Georgia, Alabama. Sports Live will be your go-to for all your favorite high school and collegiate games this fall. From the Carver Tigers to the Columbus Blue Devils, the Harris County Tigers and Northside Patriots, the Glenwood Gators and Calvary Christian Knights, the Pacelli Vikings and Brookstone Cougars, to the Smith Station Panthers and Russell County Warriors, from CVCC, Pirates basketball and baseball, and every tournament from here to Macon. We are the #1 destination for anything happening in East Alabama and West Central Georgia. Be sure to like and follow us on YouTube and Facebook, and stay tuned for even more amazing ways we will be bringing Georgia, Alabama Sports Live to you this upcoming season. We can't wait to come see you next. What's going on, everyone? Thrift Barringer here, Georgia, Alabama Sports Live, and we got the CVCC Coaches Show, and we're starting it off with the head baseball coach of CVCC. His name is Hunter Vick. How are you, Coach Vick?
Doing good. Thanks for having me.
All right, a couple things before we actually get into CVCC that I want to throw past you, man. Clingstones had a game last night, and a former CVCC grad, Tim Hudson, threw out the first pitch, who also played at a place that you know very well, Auburn, as well. And it's funny, I see him throw out the first pitch there, and then a few days ago, I actually went to an Auburn baseball game, and Auburn beat LSU, and now they're ranked in the top 6, man. So it's pretty cool how baseball is such a big deal in this area, man.
It is. It is. It's a baseball-enriched area, you know, that's got a great history of professional baseball players, and it's a good place to come develop, you know.
All right, Coach, you had a game yesterday. It was supposed to be a doubleheader, ended up being a single 9-inning game that went down to the wire, and your guys ended up pulling out a game that I think was more of a confidence booster, if you will. What did you take away from beating Andrew College as you finish out? You got a couple more series that are huge in terms of seeding in your conference.
Yeah, it was definitely a chance for our guys to get back on the winning track after having a tough week last week. But it also gave some of our guys the opportunity to play that doesn't get to play every day. So it kind of gave us a chance to see some guys get some at bats that, and you know, I think it'll help us out as we go on. Some pitchers that got to throw that hadn't got to throw that, you know, we saw a good sign. So that I think yesterday was a kind of chance for everybody to get out there. Yes, build confidence, but again, it was great to get a win.
So, Coach, now that we are heading into getting a win over Andrew, you're heading to the final couple weeks of the regular season here. Some of the guys that have been huge contributors for your season, including your #1, Gavin Blair, what has he meant knowing that every time he touches the mound, he gives your team and your team a chance to get a big win?
Yeah, that you can't say enough about, you know, being able to hand somebody the ball game one, and I know they're going to at least give you 6-7 innings, you know, and he's been that guy for, you know, every outing this spring. Right. So I can't say enough about him as far as giving us that, you know, not having to use a lot of arms for that first game means a lot, and happy for him. He's having a great year.
You said your '2, who has been out these last couple of weeks. Who's had to step up and fill in the void, and do you expect him to come back as you get ready for conference tournament play?
Not real sure on if he'll come back right now. We kind of got him shut down, and he for a couple weeks, and then he's going to try to start tossing again. And if he's still having some pain, we're going to kind of go in and get an MRI. But right now, it's just been bullpen by committee. You know, basically whoever's available. We've been running through a lot of different guys, trying to give different looks. But we've had some guys step up. Kenyon Meeks is a guy that we hadn't had early in the year, that we're just getting back, and he's trying to get a few innings in him. So that's a good sign. We lost one, but we're getting one back. So don't know for sure when we'll get Michelle back. But we'll know here in a couple weeks.
Richard, you're gonna have to edit this part out too. Is sophomore night only softball, or is it baseball?
May 3rd.
May 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that's the May 3rd Saturday is gonna be sophomore night. All right, we'll save talking about a lot of your sophomores for that week. When we do it. But Coach, this week we're talking a lot of your sophomores because it's sophomore night on Saturday. Okay, Coach, OC. Cool.
Absolutely.
All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. All right. But in terms of hitting, Harrison Long, who got off to a kind of a slow start, Justin Velos, who got off to a rocket start, every baseball player is going to hit that little bit of a lull. The season's super long, man. You play a ton of games. But Harrison Long has been one of your hottest hitters at first base. We talk about his progression throughout this year, Coach.
He kind of got out to a hot start actually at the beginning of the year, and then he kind of went on a little lull at the beginning of conference. The last time you really want to start that. But credit to him, he's been working hard. I think he was nominated this past week for Player of the Week.
Awesome.
I think he hit like 533 on the weekend, a home run, stole a couple bases. So, and then leading on into yesterday, I think he had a double yesterday, a couple RBI. So he's definitely been swinging a hot stick for us, and hope it continues.
All right, Coach. We're going to kind of explain everyone how this works in terms of the conference play going into the conference tournament. Right now, you're in that middle pack. But for everyone out there, so they understand, for you to make the conference tournament, you need to be a top 6 seed. Is that correct? And then 2 teams from Louisiana are actually joining you in your conference tournament. So if you don't mind, like you did with me off there, kind of break down for the audience on what you're trying to play for right now towards the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely for the JUCO Division I series, we take our top 6 teams to the state tournament. Louisiana brings in 2 teams that will field the number 2 seed, 8 seed. And basically we play an 8-team tournament with 2 Louisiana teams to have the state champion and the regional champion. So the winner of that 8-team tournament will go straight to the World Series.
Awesome, man. So right now we are right on the threshold of making it.
Yep.
What is the message to the guys? You got a huge next couple of series, Coach, and they're towards a lot of the teams are playing in the bottom half of the conference. I know you don't care about that because you can get beat any given day.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the message to the team to finish out strong and maybe move up maybe in top 4 seed?
Yeah, we just, my message, just keep showing up every day, keep working hard, you know what I mean? Keep, focus is our big thing right now. I know late in the year that can, you get tired, you start losing focus and all that. So our biggest message to those guys is just staying focused over a long period of time and just continue to put in the work.
Coach, do you care about where you are placed in a tournament like that? Because I don't feel like you got home field advantage if you're the number 1 seed. It just really determines on who you're going to be playing. But I feel like everybody there at that point is pretty good. You just want to make it. Is that kind of your mindset right now with your team and all the injuries you've had to deal with this year?
Yeah, definitely. You just want the opportunity, because in baseball, like a lot of sports, it's all about who gets hot at the right time,
right.
And I've had the opportunity to go to the World Series 5 times, and I won a national championship in 2013. And it was probably the worst team I've taken out there, that won the national championship. Right. So you never know. You just basically have to give yourself a chance and get there, and you get hot, who knows?
Yeah, I've seen that so many times. So have you in baseball, Coach.
Yes.
It ain't about who has been the best. It's who's playing the best in that moment. And if y'all can get hot right now, Coach, I really fully expect that could happen. The next home game is going to be this Saturday, doubleheader, 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock. We're going to be taking on
Lawson State.
Lawson State, who you also playing tomorrow as well at Lawson State. You're going to have them at home on Saturday and going on at the same time. Softball sophomore day as well. So it's a great day to come out the ballpark, watch some excellent baseball and softball, and just have a lot of fun. The weather should be absolutely perfect, Coach. So I cannot wait for that. And Coach, I hope you finish out the season here strong, and look forward to talking to you here in a couple of weeks. And hopefully next time we're talking, we're on a 4 or 5 game winning streak, and we're headed toward that state tournament with some momentum, man.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. That is Coach Hunter Vick here of the CVCC Coaches Show. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk with Coach Osteen. It's sophomore day this Saturday, and we're going to talk about some of his key sophomores this year on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, CVCC Coaches Show.
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story. I've graduated from CVCC with my associates in medical assistant, and I received my certification from CVCC. The training that I got from CVC and being prepared to come and do clinicals helped tremendously. I started looking at scholarships, and the Ambassador Scholarship was interesting to me because you did events to earn your scholarship and you meet people. My favorite part about my job is meeting patients every day. They will crack me up every day. They make my day better. I would recommend CVCC to anyone that asks because of the scholarships, the teachers, the small stuff that you can't get at a university. They actually take the time out for each student.
Welcome back here to the CVCC Coaches Show, and I am with longtime softball coach, Coach Osteen. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. All right, Coach, this year, and I feel like after what you went through last year with the injuries, having to play at 6 different ballparks, it seems like you finally got to come back home. Your girls, they battle every single time I'm seeing them out there. They look like they're having fun. Yes, the wins and losses probably not up to what you wanted to this year, but the development and the progression of your girls and getting them to the next level, which ultimately is your goal, I've seen major improvement. I know you have too, Coach.
Absolutely. It's hasn't been the year that we wanted wins and loss wise, but as far as individual performance and the kids playing above where they really need to be, I couldn't ask them to step up any better than what they have. A lot of individual performance. We've got 5 sophomores that have options right now to move on to 4-year programs to keep playing. I've got a couple that are taking a look at Miles College right now. We've got some that are looking at Point, and we've got a couple of others that still have other visits set up. But they have had offers from various schools to continue playing ball. It's just a matter now of finding out just exactly where they're going to land.
And, Coach, we're going to spend a majority of this Coach's Show talking about those sophomores. I know you love talking about yourself, Coach, but we're going to talk about some of your players, and I'm being facetious. Coach never brags about himself. This is one of the most humble guys I've ever come across. All your sophomores, and we're going to – she has been a rock in that lineup, man. Every time she comes up, she looks like she could either hit it out of the ballpark, hit a double. What does she mean to this program?
Kenzie's been so huge, without discussing the child's personal issues. Mackenzie's been injured for 2 years. And so that has prevented her from playing as much as we would have liked to see her on the field. Mackenzie can probably pitch as well as she hits.
Right.
But we've been having her in the designated player spot, mostly just hitting. And even this past week against Enterprise, Mackenzie hit 2 home runs back to back. She's definitely up in double digits. I think she's number 2 in the state right now in home runs. And so Mackenzie obviously just even injured, she's getting scholarship offers to continue playing just simply from the way she swings a bat. So anything else you get from her is extra.
Ashley Fleury's the one that's been hurt, right?
Ashley's still on crutches, and quite honestly, that was very tough for Ashley to go down in the fall. Ashley, by far, I would have to say, is one of the most tenacious ball players I've ever had. Zero fear. That's probably how she got her knee hurt.
Yeah.
Goes all out when she's on the field and recovering right now. And at the present time, Ashley actually intends to come back next year.
Good.
To finish her sophomore season here with us.
And that's awesome. And you hate it for their sophomore year or their senior year to get injured, but hopefully with the red shirt allows them to have an opportunity to come back next year. I see her. She's at every game. She's always supporting the girls. She's doing whatever she needs to do outside of being able to play. We talked about Jada Odom. Okay, she is someone that, talking about progression, from the first time you laid eyes on her when she set foot on this campus, Coach, to the player she is right now, it's not even close, is it?
Well, like for our team last year, Jada was selected for the Coaches Award, and Jada exemplifies everything that you would see in a student athlete when it comes to a Coaches Award. She does everything you ask of her on and off the field. If she has a question, she waits to the appropriate time to ask for it. She'll always come and ask for clarification, but she is daily trying to get better at what she does. And Jayla came here. Her objective was to at least hit 1 home run in her life. She hit 2 last year. She's hit a couple this year. And these 2 years, she's got a grand slam out of it. So for somebody who came in and hit from the left side of this plate and was just mostly asset was their speed, Jada puts a bat on a ball as well as anybody we've got. She's hitting right at 400 now and has had 2 great years for us. And as of this week, Jada has told me that she intends to pursue and continue at Miles College.
Well, I'm glad, and I'm hoping that she does well, Coach. I know you're super proud of her, too, being able to go on and continue her collegiate career. What about Alexa McCoy? What has she meant to you and what here at CVCC?
Alexa's just is, when it comes to a female athlete, she is just phenomenal. Obviously at Calvary Christian, she played just about every female sport they had. Yeah. Here last year, she played both basketball and softball here at CV.
Wow.
And she is just an athlete. Not only that, she's had 2 great years with us playing ball. And as I was just telling somebody this past week, somebody always has to step up every year and play various positions because the team needs them to do that. And I think it's very unfair to the player because they just don't seem to get in the rhythm that they would like to. Right. And I always apologize when I have to do that to a kid, but Alexa's been that kid. We've pitched her some. She's played shortstop for us. She's played outfield for us. And she has done a great job no matter where we put her. But it would just be more beneficial to her personally, obviously, if we could just lock her into one location and leave her alone.
Right.
But she's been such an asset that we haven't been able to do that.
Well, that's also credit to her for saying, Coach, whatever you need me to do, that's coachable. And for all those out there looking for a phenomenal athlete, those 4-year schools, we got one here in Alexa McCoy. You have to have a number 1 pitcher. You got to have someone that you can call on to come in and keep you in games, Coach. And that's Maddie McGowan. Talk about her.
There's no doubt about Maddie. She was our ACE Award winner last year. Maddie has done nothing but get better the 2 years that she's been here. She came in basically what I would consider a pitch to contact hitter. She would get you pop-ups. She would get you outs. I had to actually convince Maddie that personally she does better when I just turn her loose and let her pitch.
Yeah.
She has a knack for knowing what to throw, when to throw it, how to throw it, and how to change speeds to get you out. She gets us the routine pop-ups, the routine ground balls. But the biggest asset with Maddie this year is I think right now she's in the top 5 in the state in strikeouts.
Wow.
And she's not an overpowering pitcher, but a very intelligent pitcher,
savvy,
smart pitcher, and a very competitive pitcher.
Well, I love seeing when she pitches, and the opposing teams know they're going to be in for a battle when she is on the mound. And you also know, and your team knows, that even if y'all are struggling at the plate, that she's going to keep you in it as long as she can. Shay Hathcott, what does she mean? I've seen she's coming on strong, getting a really significant playing time lately. That's how we're playing short. Last week when I was calling the game, she's been coming on strong.
And again, it's the same age-old story. Shay has missed probably half the season off and on with a quad strain that keeps reoccurring. But the last couple of 3 weeks, she has been our, locked in at shortstop for us to get us through the end of the season here. And Shay has really come on with her bat. Shay is finding a way to get a bat on the ball. She's had an excellent year considering the injuries that she's had to overcome and the obstacles that she's had to overcome during the season. And at the same time, Shay's looking at heading to Miami. There's an NAIA school down there where Shay is planning on continuing to further her playing and her education and going down to Miami, Florida.
I love hearing that, Coach. I love hearing girls because, again, junior college is kind of like high school. You are preparing girls for the next level. Now, for most 4-year schools, they're trying to keep until you graduate. Here at CVCC, you got them for 2 years, and you got to send them on, and you want to get them better in this developmental system. Now, there's 2 girls that are contributors when you have them out there, Kaya Garrison and Miss Holbrook. What can you say about those 2 sophomores that you have to round out the class, Coach?
Kaya is just amazing. Kaya's interest really in coming on here was more of along a managerial line.
Yeah.
And Kaya is our go-to for everything as far as taking care of the team, keeping everything running, keeping everything up. And at the same time, Kaya practices and stays ready in case she's needed.
Right.
So, but she, from the time she got here, she was really more interested in the managerial side of it. Great student, great grades. And obviously, just this week, she has got her acceptance letter to continue her education at Auburn.
Awesome.
Makes great grades. And so, athletics was not necessarily the strong point for Kaya, but it's being a part of the athletic program has been a big deal for her and a much bigger deal for us.
Yeah, and Coach, I talked about this all the time when I do a morning show, in which you're developing young men and women to be successful in life. And sometimes the ball's going to stop bouncing. You're going to stop tying those cleats.
Yes.
What's your plan afterwards? But in the end, being a part of a team, there's nothing like it, Coach, to having that responsibility to not let someone down. I think it goes a long way in your development. So having someone like Kai on there that uses this as a way to grow her as a person, and then being around a great person like you, Coach Osteen, is awesome.
Well, in my 25 years doing this, it's something that occurs on a common basis.
Right.
When kids leave here and start going into the workforce development, the work world, they're constantly seeing how important this is when you start filling out resumes,
Right.
that you were a part of a team, a part of a group organization, how you functioned within that organization. And I get calls all the time that I understand that this child played for you or she was a part of the softball program.
Wow.
Can you give me background on her?
That's awesome.
So the kids don't realize how serious it is as much as I do. But as they leave, there's not a year goes by that I'm not getting referral calls, and requests for referrals for applications, resumes,
Right.
and to continue to move on.
Oh, that's awesome that you get put on as a reference, Coach. That means they look up to you and you mean a lot to them. Final question. What's the mindset with the team? What's your message to the girls to try to finish out this season strong? Even with all the obstacles you've had to overcome, it seems like y'all still enjoy going out, playing games, and battling it when you can.
It has been. The last 2 days at practice have probably been the most enjoyable and the lightheartedest practice that we've had, trying to get ready to wrap this season up.
Mm-hmm.
As I tell them on a daily basis, we've had so many obstacles to overcome with injuries, and lost a couple of players early on that would have been key for us. So the kids at this point, it's work on your individual game and your individual achievement. It's a team sport, but yes, you still need to keep improving yours, and also you need to be establishing your own identity and your own assets. And right now, that's going great. For example, this week, freshman Carly Davis, she hit over 500 this past week, and we had to put up somebody every week for Pitcher or Player of the Week, and she was our nomination this week.
Awesome.
So she had a great past week, and along with her, Whitley Harden, who is local here from Phoenix City and Glenwood.
Yep.
Whitley's still in the top 5 in the state in batting average. Whitley had a big week this past week as well. We've got Laura Lee Bennett, who has just been killing the ball and is now up in double digits in home runs, along with the fact that she's hitting close to 400.
Wow. So
we're really striving to try to let the kids know that no matter how things are going around you, you can't always control that. Maddie, a perfect example, is this past week at Enterprise. Maddie took the mound and we went down 8-0 in the first inning, and none of it was due to Maddie. She was getting us routine pop-ups, routine ground balls, and we were just making errors behind her. Mm-hmm. And that would be extremely frustrating to any pitcher when you know 100%. You're doing your job. And long story short, brief talk with Maddie. Oh, you know you're doing your job. You know you did your job. You can't control the scoreboard. After the first inning, she pitched the rest of the game a complete ball game.
Wow.
And probably pitched the best I've seen her pitch since she's been here.
I like hearing that.
And that is amazing to be able to overcome that after an 8-0 first inning. And then you come in and shut them down the rest of the ball game.
Yeah.
So, no doubt the loss hurt, but I still to be able to see Maddie pitch like she pitched in that ball game made that game worthwhile.
Coach, and when you hear stories like that, knowing they had the mental fortitude, because I'm going to be honest with you, even at 32 years old, it'd be hard for me not to lash out at teammates, get really frustrated, and especially in the mental game of softball and baseball. You just get completely taken out of it, and it just starts snowballing. For her to overcome that, again, that's credit to her. That's credit to you as a coach who makes sure her to realize that she's not doing a bad job. Coach, cannot wait for Saturday. It's sophomore day. Everybody come out in attendance. It's going to be beautiful. Weather's going to be fantastic. And come watch. I'm telling you, You're going to enjoy the softball. You're going to enjoy listening to the PA announcer too, Ryan Haywood. Come and have some fun. We got baseball going on as well. It's CVCC Coaches Show. Thank y'all so much for watching. We'll see you next time on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Georgia, Alabama. Sports Live will be your go-to for all your favorite high school and collegiate games this fall. From the Carver Tigers to the Columbus Blue Devils, the Harris County Tigers and Northside Patriots, the Glenwood Gators and Calvary Christian Knights, the Pacelli Vikings and Brookstone Cougars to the Smith Station Panthers and Russell County Warriors. From CVCC, Pirates basketball and baseball and every tournament from here to Macon. We are the #1 destination for anything happening in East Alabama and West Central Georgia. Be sure to like and follow us on YouTube and Facebook, and stay tuned for even more amazing ways we will be bringing Georgia Alabama Sports Live to you this upcoming season. We can't wait to come see you next.